Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, where we break down the political stories making waves. Today, we are diving into some explosive comments from a PDP chieftain, Dan Ulazi, during an interview on Channels Television Sunrise Daily. He dropped a major bombshell, calling anyone who underestimates President Bola Tinubu a political fool. But that's not all he said. He also touched on the PDP zoning plan, a potential return for Peter Obi, and why Goodluck Jonathan might not be the answer for the party. Let's get straight into the clip and then we'll break it all down. So sit back and take a watch.
Now, Tinubu is doing his first 4 years, if he's lucky to finish the 4 years, because the rate of crisis and poverty and hunger in the country, I just hope nothing traumatic happens. So if that is the case, therefore PDP has to get a candidate from the South. Which South has to be determined internally. Like I said again, to give everybody a sense of belonging, federal character. The Southwest has had presidency, this is their second presidency. The South has had Jonathan. So I think it's the turn of the South-East to produce a president. And I believe...
Are you reaching out to Peter Obi?
Well, I believe first, without trying to particularize, if the PDP zones presidency to the South-East and a Southeasterner comes out to be president of this country, we would have achieved one thing. That would be the end of the Civil War, officially the end of the Civil War. That would be the first time the people from that zone is given a sense of belonging. Yeah, we fought a war, losing hundreds of thousands of lives on both sides. Now you are back.
Are you reaching out to Peter Obi?
Well,
because the word on the street is that when Jonathan was, I have no proof of this, but that when former President Goodluck Jonathan was approached, that he said, go and bring back Atiku and Peter Obi to the PDP if you want me to join you. So two things. Are you reaching out to Peter Obi? Are you reaching out to Atiku Abubakar? And are there calls for former President Goodluck Jonathan to be the flag bearer for your party?
Well, I can't talk of Atiku Abubakar because he's left PDP now. He's resigned. Okay. So he's become irrelevant as long as PDP is concerned. Peter Obi, we're trying to see whether we can get him back into the party. And if we get him back, it will be a big advantage. Where people have a saying that where you see a small child crying and pointing hands, if his mother is not there, his father is there. So if majority of people in this country are looking towards Peter Obi, there must be some policies he has that majority of citizens believe, if translated for good use, this country will be a lot better than it is today.
What about Goodluck Jonathan?
Well, he has done 6 years, and I wish him the best of luck. If he wants to get back to the party, it will be an easy sell for Tinubu, because he has nothing else to offer.
You think so?
Yes, he has nothing else to offer. Well, see, when you run a government for 6 years, what was spectacular in his 6 years? He's a PDP. I met him more than 5 times when he was president. I don't want to discuss that. But there has to be something extraordinary you offer as a leader. Because leadership is about results, not speech making, creating enmity. You have to have a reference point. Because if you look at Peter Obi, go to Anambra, 8 years of governorship, he translated education and health. These are achievements you cannot see overnight. But when you look at the antecedent results from WAEC or NEC and see where Anambra is, then you will know what it wasn't achieved overnight.
Before I bring in Ayo, I thought your answer was going to be different because a lawyer yesterday sent me a section of the Constitution, 137, subsection 3 of the Constitution. It says a person who is sworn in to complete the term for which another person was elected as president shall not be elected to such office for more than a single term. And he was explaining to me that even though many people may be calling for Goodluck Jonathan to run again, that he may not be eligible to based on this section of the Constitution. But of course, it's subject to a lot of interpretation. So you don't think he's going to bring anything to the table? If he does,
yes, let me tell you why. I just made a reference here. The person who is president of Nigeria today is a very strategically thinking person. Anybody who takes him for granted is a political fool. I'm one person who doesn't take Tinubu for granted. And you need an astute, God-fearing, hard-working politician to really start thinking of how he will face him. And therefore, to that direction, Peter Obi becomes relevant. Because a lot of people in this country accept him. For one reason or the other, they accept him. As immaculate, he's honest, he's hard-working. He's one politician that has never had a serious accusing finger towards him.
All right.
Now, Tinubu is doing his first 4 years, if he's lucky to finish the 4 years, because the rate of crisis and poverty and hunger in the country, I just hope nothing, traumatic happens. So if that is the case, therefore PDP has to get a candidate from the South. Which South has to be determined internally. Like I said again, to give everybody a sense of belonging, federal character. The Southwest has had presidency, this is their second presidency. The South has had Jonathan. So I think it's the turn of the South-East to produce a president. And I believe...
Are you reaching out to Peter Obi?
Well, I believe first, without trying to particularize, if the PDP zones presidency to the South-East and a Southeasterner comes out to be president...
Wow, a lot to unpack there. Let's analyze what Dan Ulazi just laid out. First, He started with a stark warning about the current administration under President Tinubu. Ulazi suggests that due to the widespread poverty and hunger, there's a real risk of instability, even questioning if the administration will complete its first 4 years. This is a very strong statement from an opposition figure. Flowing from that, he argues that the PDP must present a candidate from the South to ensure a sense of belonging and national unity. He systematically breaks down the South, pointing out that the Southwest has had its turn with Obasanjo and now Tinubu, and the South-South with Goodluck Jonathan. This leads to his main point. It is the turn of the Southeast to produce the next president. He believes that a president from Southeast would officially mark the end of the Nigerian Civil War, giving the Igbo people a true sense of belonging and finally healing old wounds. This is a powerful emotional and political argument. Now, regarding the candidates, when asked about specific name, Ulazi's response were very direct. He dismissed Atiku Abubakar as irrelevant to the PDP now that he has left the party. On Goodluck Jonathan, he was quite critical, stating that after 6 years in power, Jonathan has nothing new to offer and will be an easy sell for Tinubu to defeat. He questioned what spectacular achievements marked Jonathan's tenure. But the most interesting part was his take on Peter Obi. Ulazi confirmed that the PDP is actively trying to bring Peter Obi back into the party, calling it a very big advantage. He sees the massive public support for Obi as a sign that Nigerians believe in his policies and character. He describes Obi as immaculate, honest, and hardworking, a politician without a serious accusing finger pointed at him. This is a significant endorsement from within the PDP establishment. Finally, the statement that is getting all the attention, his assessment of Tinubu. Ulazi warns that Tinubu is a very strategically thinking person and that anyone who takes him for granted is a political fool. He emphasizes the need for an astute, hardworking, and God-fearing politician to challenge him, pointing directly to Peter Obi as a person who fits that description. Okay. Now, for my critical take on this, Dan Ulazi's interview is a masterclass in political messaging, revealing deep current within the PDP and the broader political landscape. His call for a South-East Presidency isn't just about fairness. It is a strategic move. The PDP knows it lost significant ground in the Southeast to the Labour Party. By championing an Igbo presidency, they are attempting to win back that crucial voting bloc. The narrative of ending the civil war is a potent tool to rally support and frame the 2027 election in historical terms. The opened courtship of Peter Obi is the biggest takeaway. It is a clear admission from a party chieftain that the PDP recognizes the power of the obedient movement and understands that Peter Obi's political capital is immense. They see him as the best shot. However, the question is, will Peter Obi even consider returning? He has built a formidable third force with ADC. Returning to PDP could be seen by his supporters as a betrayal of the very movement he created to challenge the two-party system. Ulazi's dismissal of Atiku and Jonathan is also strategic. It signals a desire with some quarters of the PDP to move on from the old guard and embrace a new direction. By downplaying Jonathan's achievement, he is preemptively shutting down any attempt to bring him back as a consensus candidate, which has been rumored. And finally, the political fool comment about Tinubu is a crucial piece of political realism. It is a direct message to his own party. Ulazi is warning the PDP against complacency. He's saying, don't just rely on the government's current struggle to win. You are up against a master strategist, and you need an equally strong and popular candidate to even stand a chance. He is setting the stage, framing Peter Obi as the only politician with the credibility and popularity to effectively challenge Tinubu in 2027. In essence, Dan Ulazi has laid out a potential roadmap for the PDP. Zone the presidency to the Southeast and bring back Peter Obi. It's a bold strategy, but one fraught with challenges. So, what do you think? Is Dan Ulazi right? Should the PDP zone its ticket to the Southeast? And could you see Peter Obi making a return to the party? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breakdown of the hottest political stories. Thank you for watching.